Hello everyone, this is Bradley. Here's the installation guide for the Blender mograph preset add-on, along with some relevant information. If you're not familiar with Blender, please follow this installation guide carefully. The add-on is freely distributed on multiple sites. On Kofi, you can just type 0 or any amount you want to tip and check out for the product. You will be able to see this content page and even receive an email about your product. This email is very important because this contains the link that always bring you back to this page to download the latest content. Within the view content, you can see the zip file you bought. Ultimately, you should download a zip file matching the exact file name is here. Within Blender, go to Edit Preference, then open the extension page. Click Install from Disk and select the zip file you just downloaded. You should then see the add-on installed in an isolated state. In fact, it's also activated. You should be able to see all of its preference options correctly, and there's a short description for this add-on that says, please restart Blender after the first installation. Before restarting, if you look into the File Path tab, you will see only the user library in Asset Library Path. Now we are going to restart Blender after the first installation. It's safest to simply close Blender and restart it. After restarting, if you look into the preference again under the File Path tab, you will find that an Asset Library Path has been created. If you navigate to this Asset Library Path on your system, you will see some text files along with a version folder. Within the version folder, there should be a preset file. The file size should be around 5,000 kilobytes, and it will continue to grow as development progresses. At this point, your add-on installation is successful and complete. When you are using Blender modifier or node editor, you should be able to see a Bradley preset tab. When searching for nodes, I generally use either G or S as prefixes to indicate the identity of these nodes. This concludes the installation guide, and you are now ready to follow the tutorial. You are free to leave, but the rest of this video will discuss some important aspects related to this add-on. To summarize the add-on's functionality, it continuously downloads the latest Blender assets file from a GitHub page. I regularly update the asset for bug fixes and improvements. To ensure you benefit from the latest improvements and the features, having the add-on automatically update the asset is a great option. Otherwise, you would need to revisit the download page manually each time. The add-on also provides several other important functions to ensure that the preset file always works correctly. Therefore, it's highly encouraged to use the add-on instead of the preset directly. Additionally, as it uses Blender's built-in asset library system, if you have already downloaded the asset, you can disable the add-on and still see the preset referenced. You can disable the add-on and still see the presets referenced. This is because the asset library path is not cleared. The add-on is disabled, but the files remain and are still referenced by Blender's built-in functions. While presets are constantly updated, the add-on is not. So again, you do not need to visit this page. It's very important to note that this add-on requires internet connections, and it continuously links to the GitHub page to keep your presets up to date. Therefore, if you are in an environment where internet access to GitHub is not readily available, Blender may hang during startup. If you already downloaded the presets from previous sessions and find this startup delay annoying due to connection issues, you are free to deactivate the add-on while keeping the assets working. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord server. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the add-on, and I will probably see you next time. Bye-bye.